Sometimes in life, you find yourself on the right side of the line.
I find it strange that we as men are so comfortable with the fact that we have nipples.
Are you in a prison rec room?
That's why I call my baby Maxwell House.
If you drink blood every day, can you donate more often?
Live from Texas, this is the Dryline Farmer Podcast. You hear that? It's Brent and Landon, and this is the Dryline Farmer Podcast.
Landon, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready.
Because I'm not doing this again. This is the Dryline Farmer Podcast, and you have your humble host, Brent Carlson, as always, Landon Nolan. Landon, it's great. It's great to be a parent, isn't it?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
Never a dull moment.
Not very many.
Now, when you left the stroller out in the front yard, you did get your kid out of it first before you went in the house?
We did.
So before Landon and I were started recording, we were talking about great steel theft stories. And I opened with, the other day, our preacher at our church, he ordered the church one of those big new industrial coffee machines that everybody has at churches. And anyway, did it on Amazon, and FedEx decided to deliver that said coffee machine on a Sunday afternoon. Now, Sunday morning, that would have worked because everybody's not there anymore, it doesn't seem like, but a few of us are there on Sunday morning, but they delivered it on Sunday afternoon, and by Monday, it was gone. And you got to be a son of a bitch to steal from a church, is all I've got to say. You've got to have issues, and you must be pretty confident in your eternal resting place because you still, especially Methodists, because we're armed. And anyway, so we've got security cameras, but they're still checking the footage. It's going to become a first 48 episode, I'm pretty sure, before it's all said and done. But
Plus you're agitated because you don't have your coffee.
That's right. No, we bring our own coffee. We've kind of become coffee snobs.
Well, I mean, the other
here
people in church, somebody's not going to get it. Otherwise, What's the point of getting a coffee maker?
Yeah, I mean, God Almighty, how hard is it to stay awake in church as it is? You got to pipe. What are we gonna wake up on? Oreos or the white cream, the white cookie Oreos. Landed. So
sounds like your sermons need a little more pep in them.
Something like that. But so do you like the? So, you have the regular Oreos, but they like the white cookie part Oreos. Do you like those? I
just like the regular Oreos.
So we have, I guess we had pretty good, not communion, tithing and giving over the past several weeks because we've gone to the name brand Oreos and we're off the gist of the Nabisco Oreos. And the Nabisco Oreos tend to stale a little faster. So you can... Well, I don't know. Maybe we ought to start doing Oreos for communion. That might be pretty interesting, like Oreos and coffee or something.
Oreos and milk.
This is my blood and cream. But that would get more people to come to church nowadays. It's hard to get everybody to show up. But anyway, Solana, you were tell me about your grill story. You got a grill?
Oh, this was just an old story. We had a grill that we never used that we were trying to get rid of, and I thought it would stay out on the front on the sidewalk for a few days and be embarrassing. And I wheeled it up there, and it was gone in about 3 seconds. Somebody was pulling up and stopping as I wheeled it up there and asked if they could have it, and so it was gone instantly.
And you had the genius idea to say, "Oh no, I don't want anything for it." You could have made literally $20 in about 3 seconds. No, you've got to be Mr. Nice Guy.
I know.
And you said this fellow was portly.
He's a bit portly.
Yeah. Did you say, "Do you sure you need this grill? How about I've got a Stairmaster that's not being used."
I'd put him pretty high on the suspect list on your coffee pot.
So
Your coffee maker.
you're a big workout guy. Any stories of workout or exercise equipment that's gotten stolen?
From the gym? No.
Well, from anywhere. Why would any American steal exercise equipment?
Yeah.
Well, to sell it,
some,
obviously, but
I'm sure some leg warmers got stolen in the 80s, but
yeah, leg warmers and a headband. Yeah,
yeah.
It's that because that's what everybody wants to give their loved one are used leggings and a sweatband. So it's
Now in the gym, you just try to figure out why people can't put the dumbbells back in the right order.
Do you have a little OCD on the weights there, Landon?
I have a little bit, but
yeah,
it's more of a amazement or something I like to watch.
We've all got our quirks. Can you recall the weirdest thing you've ever heard of getting stolen? Like, who would steal that? Can you recall off the top of your head?
A rundown stroller is pretty high on my list.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess formula nowadays is probably a pretty hot item.
We lose a lot of tools at the co-op.
Yeah, well, they're not just taken home accidentally.
I wouldn't think so because they don't use them at work.
They don't use them at work. Well, I know they're using them at home. They got their side hustle going on. So yeah, you got to think ahead there and broaden your horizons. Well, I'm trying to think the weirdest thing maybe anybody that I've heard steal. I mean, you go to the stock show and they always tell you to like take your gun with you, or because I mean most everybody at the stock show has come from the country and they've got a handgun in their truck. My brother had a gun stolen out of his pickup at Houston like 3 or 4 years ago, and reported it stolen, and of course the Houston PD were Johnny on the spot and got it back to him within a matter of. It was probably I think they found it in that Fast and Furious fiasco that was on the border that Obama gave all the cartels guns to, but no, I don't know where it ended up, but yeah, it's theft is a pretty big problem. People stealing gas. I'm surprised. I need to put a camera closer on my gas tank out. So we got an overhead gas tank that really handy when your pickup, when it hits the low fuel light, you've got 10 miles or less to find a gas pump. And most of the time I'm far away from Hereford, more than 10 miles. So it's just it costs a little more to get it here, but it's well worth the convenience. So anyway, well, Landon, I noticed Amarillo made national news the other day. I was clicking on this site, and I don't know if y'all have heard of it. All of you local people probably have, but I clicked on AB7 News, and this was AB7 Los Angeles. And this is under, I guess they have a bizarre section because it says, mystery wolfman-like creature spotted near Texas Zoo, and officials can't figure out what it is. City officials said the image released is real, and they said they're baffled by its mysterious appearance. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with this story, right, Landon?
Oh yeah. I've seen the Silver Bullet. I'm pretty well versed on werewolves.
So, and apparently I'm not, because I so mistakenly thought that werewolves didn't walk on their hind legs, but Landon quickly scolded me for believing that. So I'm going to share my screen with Landon. What was your first impression when you saw this image here?
Oh, it's legit. It looks really legit.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a legit picture, but what was your first, what did you think it was? Did you think it was a werewolf right off the bat?
I thought, oh, wow, there's a werewolf in Amarillo. And I also thought, oh, wow, we have a zoo in Amarillo.
You should have your own newspaper column, Landon, because, I mean,
yeah.
You can do hours on just this picture alone with that commentary. So the fact that it was captured at the zoo makes it a little less strange to me, because pictures can be distorted. I mean, how many people have gone outside, looked at clouds, one guy sees a mushroom. Well, I guess if one guy sees a mushroom cloud, he's not going to see much of anything else for very much longer. But
he's probably seen some other mushroom. Yeah.
But yeah. So one guy might see a mushroom, and another guy might see a wolf head. So everything is subjective when it comes to these pictures. So
the body looks pretty hairy.
So it looks like I need to be able to zoom in on it. But so this tweet is from the zoo? Let's see, City of Amarillo. The Amarillo Zoo captured a strange image outside the zoo in the dark and early morning hours of May 21st around 1:25 a.m. Is it a person with a strange hat who likes to walk at night, a chupacabra? And do you have any ideas of what this UAO is? Oh, that's clever. Unidentified Amarillo object could be. Now, I'm pretty... I don't know. Again, this is at the zoo, so chances are... Oh, I don't know what animal... I mean, other than a werewolf, what other animal could that be? And so is it looking at the camera, or is it a profile? Is it... You could almost make the argument that left hip is kind of starting to turn away from the camera. But then you got
somebody said it's a raccoon, but that'd be a pretty big raccoon.
A raccoon?
Yeah.
How is that a raccoon? So flip it. Pretend the right side of the image is the front.
Yeah. I don't. That would be a pretty big raccoon.
But I don't. Raccoons don't have erect ears, do they? Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
yeah, they have erect ears.
Standing up, but man, maybe it's a raccoon with the mange. I don't know.
So, okay, now I'm trying to like do that computer art where you have to unfocus to focus, and I'm trying to picture it from the right side of it being. And everybody needs to go to City of Amarillo and check out this image while you're listening to this podcast. But so I mean, it's hard to not look at the left side of it as it's the front, because the back side looks like there's a tail and like kind of the back side of a werewolf mullet, and then you got the ears poking out. I mean, it does. There's no way the right side, because the knees are bent like it's going forward and walking to the left side of the picture.
Maybe it's a raccoon like standing up to take a dump.
Or it could be something hanging on the fence.
Possibly.
I'm starting to get. Of course, there is a on the very far right side of the picture on one of the posts. There's probably like one of those keep out signs or whatever, kind of like, because it's a perfect rectangle, but it's more like solid. Like the werewolf is not quite translucent, but he's close.
We need to know if it was a full moon that night.
So we had a supermoon. No, this was back in May.
Yeah,
we just had a supermoon like 3 or 4 days ago, and that would have been like the 12th. So we wouldn't have had a full moon on the 21st. That's too many days together, too close together.
Maybe that's why he looks kind of mangy. But again, if you were going to see a werewolf in Amarillo, it would probably be at the zoo.
Oh, I saw a couple at Midnight Rodeo.
Of course, it's not like we don't have a billion cows around too.
That's true. So I'm just real quick. So we just had a strawberry moon. Dina Carter sings that song. The June full moon is also known as the full strawberry moon. It will also feature a super moon. Okay. So the next, I don't want space.com in my inbox. I need the full moon 2020. I almost typed in muff moons. I wonder what I've gotten out of that. 2022 full moons.
Muff moon will take you down a rabbit hole, Brent.
Okay, we might have to go through all these. So May, it was the 16th, and this was the 21st. So it was already starting to wane at that point. Let's see here. I want to know all the names of each moon, because that kind of tickled my fancy a little bit. Let's see here. So we just went past a strawberry moon. In July, let's see, June, strawberry moon. July, a buck moon. August, a sturgeon moon. That sounds sexy as all hell. Let's see.
What was the name of the hermit crab on Eastbound and Down? Spurgeon?
Oh, I never saw it.
You need to watch that show. It's so good.
So January's a wolf moon. I've heard of that one. Snow moon, February. Worm moon, March. Pink moon, April. Flower moon, that was a total lunar eclipse. May 16th. And again, he missed it. Strawberry moon in June is a supermoon. July, buck moon. August, sturgeon moon. September is a corn harvest moon. October's the hunter's moon. And our everyone's favorite.
Here's your muff moon.
the November 8th Beaver moon.
Yeah.
And then 8 8th of December, the cold moon. That's like a Mad Libs deal. Just do all the moon names: wolf, snow, worm, pink, beaver, flower, strawberry, beaver, buck and beaver should be back to back or front to front, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It should be the buck moon, the beaver moon, and then the two back moon.
Yeah.
The beast moon.
and when you get and when it's out of commission, it's the strawberry moon.
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't on the right night to be a full moon werewolf. So it's that's kind of disappointing because that would.
Have you ever seen a 20-toed moon?
I've never seen one. So
that's definitely a werewolf.
I don't know what else it could be. It's
kind of like Dwight on The Office. It would make sense if a vampire did show up, that it would go to a Sylvania.
Sylvania. Yeah. Oh, and then Jim tries to convince him that he's become a vampire. It's like,
this bread is white hot.
It's just got garlic. He's like, one catastrophe at a time.
Yeah.
As he's trying to get rid of the bat.
He's putting glue in a box.
Yeah.
Speaking of bats, we had a bat at the office Monday. I was leaving the office and something hit my window. Like I was trying to get in. I thought it was like a baby bird, and then it dropped down where I couldn't see it. So I was trying to back out real careful, and then I guess look at the baby bird. I don't know if I was going to help it, but
yeah.
So as I'm looking to make sure I didn't run over it, at least it starts hitting the window again, and I look over and get a good look at it. It's a bat.
I'll be damned.
At like 5 p.m, trying to get in. So of course I do the smartest thing you can. I open the door and get out to try to see it, and I can't. This thing's obviously rabid. It's trying to go through a window to get me, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't be walking around with my pickup door open. I'm going to come back with a bat in it.
No, I think any nocturnal animal that's seen during the daytime is automatically suspected of being rabid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think bats are pretty notorious for that. Well, since we're on the subject of pests, we'll move on to our next story here. And although this was a nationwide story, so this is on USA Today, and I'm going to turn my volume back up here. But let's see. So this is in North Carolina. I figured this is more of a Florida story, but oh God, no, not Biden. North Carolina pest control company will pay you $2,000 to have 100 cockroaches in your home. Landon, how much would it take to pay you to have 100 cockroaches in your home?
A lot less than $2,000.
Oh God, man, you got some low what about Kimmy?
What are the rules? Can you kill them?
Okay, so here's the story. Can money persuade you to live with 100 cockroaches crawling around your house? A North Carolina pest control company is offering $2,000 to home-owning families. Notice it doesn't say renters. Willing to take in 100 roach roommates for an experiment. As technology advances, we're always looking for the newest and greatest ways to get rid of pests. In this study, we're willing to pay homeowners $2,000 for us to release American cockroaches into your home. The Pest Informer said it is looking for 5 to 7 families to open up their homes where 100 cockroaches would be released and stay for 30 days while being filmed to gauge how effective this treatment is. Is the treatment on the people or is the treatment on the cockroaches? Because
so I'm pretty sure people are all bald, and
I'm pretty sure people are going to be needing treatment after the 30 days is up.
Yeah. You can go ahead and, after 30 days, peel your wife off the ceiling.
You know, I've always heard of the prank.
Terrified.
I've always heard of the prank of like ordering pizza for somebody else. Say you order this for one of your neighbors. Online applications will be accepted through July 31st. Okay. So exterminators generally use a gel bait containing insecticides to kill cockroaches. But the new method is designed to... Why don't you just get some boots? Cockroach killers. Okay. But the new method is designed to be more DIY treatments with materials and ingredients that someone can purchase themselves that are safe for family and pets. American cockroaches are one of the most 5 common cockroach species in the U.S., which has 55 species of the insect. So, it would take, I don't know, maybe if it was like a South American cockroach, that'd be one thing. But American cockroaches, they start setting up shop and they just don't want to work. So I don't know.
I would want to.
in 30 days, what would 100 cockroaches turn into?
I was going to look that up. So what is the reproduction rate of cockroaches? Oh, they're not. It's not COA, is it? Of cock. Reproduction rate of cockroaches. Okay, here we go. How long does it take? 9 months, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to a decent. Here's Terminex. I'm sure they got cookies. Okay, Terminex. How long do cockroaches live? I get the jeebies just thinking about it. German cockroaches. These cockroaches have highest reproductive rate.
I want half of these to be cock block roaches.
I already been through those. A female German cockroach lays 20 to 40 eggs with an average incubation rate of 28 days and will produce an estimated 4 or 5 oocystae, however they say it, in her lifespan. That's about 200 offspring. German cockroaches go through 6 or 7 instars before reaching maturity. This development period takes an average of 103 days. Their average adult lifespan is typically less than 200 days. The American cockroach lays 16 eggs, up to 244 offspring over their lifetime, and can live adult males can live 362 days, whereas adult females can live 700 days. Oriental cockroach lifestyle. I find that racist. They only live in temperatures between 68 and 84 degrees. However, they are unable to produce eggs cases in temperatures below 59. A female oriental cockroach lays about 16 eggs. Okay, 128 offspring, live 589 days, and have an estimated adult lifespan of 180 days, and are very good at calculus. No, just kidding.
If it was oriental cockroaches, I'd be letting my wife run the air conditioner as much as she wants.
I would keep it pretty nice and chilly there at the house. Of course,
if she put it on 58.
If you've got cockroaches in your house, chances are the house is going to be pretty cold anyway. So it's going to be just you is what I'm getting at. So oriental cockroaches, yeah. So no, whatever happened to the good old fashioned saying, man, you couldn't pay me which is, I guess nowadays it's $1 million. You couldn't even pay me $1,000 to do that. You couldn't even pay me $2,000 to do this. I'm sorry.
This would take a hell of a lot more than a Klondike bar.
Yeah, that's no kidding. It's like change the saying from I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I did sleep with the cockroaches last night. So yeah. It's that's a troubling story.
I'd be spending that 30 days alone. I'm afraid.
I'm pretty sure. I guess you could move in. I guess you could just move out for a month. But then you would pretty much eat up your $2,000 in rent somewhere else or a hotel stay.
Lease it out as an Airbnb.
Why does it have in parentheses Roach Motel? Is that like some kind of saying in Amarillo? I don't get it.
It's my great grandfather's last name.
Yeah. Buttlicker, really? That's your last name? How dare you? My family built this country.
Oh, gee. Sorry, it's my dad. He's really sick. Oh, gee, what happened? You know what? That's private.
Oh, I'm sorry. Boundaries,
Dwight.
Oh, we've seen that. Let me speak to your manager. Do we just need to do the whole scene?
Yeah. How are you, Mr. Buttlicker?
I like your voice. I'm going to buy $1 million worth of paper from you.
Okay, so back to this picture. How tall do you say this thing is?
So what do you think that fence is? That's a 8 foot tall fence, and then the barbed wire is another 1.5 feet, 2 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 7 or 8. Yeah, probably.
So that would make this course. He's not up against the fence. I can looks like he's how far away? Maybe 8 or 10 feet from the fence.
Probably.
Now I don't remember my trig and geometry, but.
So if you take the acute angle,
let's see, a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
27 feet tall.
I'm gonna say,
I'd say 4.5, 5 feet.
Oh, I was thinking more. I mean, look how long those legs look.
Yeah, it just looks like a mangy animal almost. I thought raccoon was crazy until I thought maybe it had the mange, but
he's not mangy though. Look at that mullet. Look how long that.
The legs look pretty bare, pretty barren.
Sure, that's not the light. Let me see.
It's probably some homeless guy in a rundown Chewbacca suit.
Well, Obi-Wan Kenobi comes out with a new episode tonight. So,
Yeah.
Oh, here's a blown up picture. Okay. So now that is deceiving there. The chain link fence makes it look like he's looking at the camera. It makes it look like you can see eyes there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to look for any other references in the. So you got the light in the background, but that's far away. So I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I'm saying from the ground level to the top of the barbed wire. That's a good at least 9 feet, I would say. I'm gonna say he's
he
short.
Looks like
huh?
He looks like a confident beast. I mean, he's got a pretty good strut going on.
I mean, that's a pretty cocky move.
Yeah.
But you could look
at if he was leading with that other foot, we'd know if he was a male or a female pretty quick.
Yeah, I know it. Well, I mean, what's that?
I'd say that's the other arm.
Okay, just making sure. So, now
looks like the Doppler radar.
So now, okay, look right here. It looks like it's a little darker. Like that's almost a beard right there.
Yeah.
And so, like that's just so that looks like. So if you look at it that way, it looks like that's like a what do they call it? What's the word?
Yeah, if he's facing the camera, he's pretty limber.
Yeah, he's pretty limber, but it looks like a big lock of unwashed hair. You know what I mean? How the homeless people, they got that. It's just all like, it looks like a big freaking dreadlock. Just one big dreadlock hanging off the left side of his face.
Is he holding some car keys?
Like maybe the plastic, like 2-year-old car keys, you know, to start their cozy coop.
Yeah.
So, what do you think he was up to?
Oh, it's definitely wanting to go eat a giraffe, but I highly. What do you think the Amarillo? I always go back to this. Like, what do you think the Amarillo Zoo has? What's the most exotic animal?
Well, I've been there. They've got lions and tigers. No, I don't know if they have tigers. They don't have tigers. They don't have the most exotic. I would say is probably the lion. You know, definitely not the bison. They're not terribly. They're pretty native, really.
What about the cows?
Yeah, and then the Charolais bulls in the back, and the Hereford cows, so the black baldies, so yeah.
Is it a 2-way petting zoo?
No, it's still a 1-way. It's a 1-way. It's also a 1-way eating zoo.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, I think it looks like he's just out for a stroll, really, to be honest with you. I mean, he doesn't have any luggage, doesn't really not vaping or anything, so I wouldn't think he smokes because he'd catch on fire, especially in Amarillo and the Panhandle. So, yeah, I'm going to go. I mean, werewolf is the most logical. It's by far the most logical guess here.
It's the most believable.
Yeah, most believable.
Maybe a mangy raccoon. His legs just look pretty bare.
I have no idea how that could be a raccoon.
They don't.
Do they have? Wait a minute. I think they have kangaroos there. It'd be closer to a kangaroo than a freaking raccoon. Because it got the tail, got the long legs.
That could explain how they got out, jump over the fence.
Well, they can't jump high. They can just jump far.
Well, it got out somehow.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, is that on the outside of the fence? Oh, obviously it would be. They would. Well, no, they have cameras pointing in too to keep the animals safe.
True.
Yeah, but I'm betting that's on the outside. So if it's the outside, can werewolves? Yeah. So what are werewolves' powers, Landon? You're such a werewolf expert.
I know more about their weaknesses.
Do tell. What is their kryptonite, Landon?
I've seen the movie with the Silver Bullet with Gary Busey like 50 times. It's so good. And was it Corey Haim, the kid in the wheelchair, and the preacher's a werewolf? Oh, it's so good.
All right, we're gonna look.
No, I hope you know I'm being a jackass. No, the only weakness I know is
no shit.
It's like a silver bullet. Silver or is it I think a wooden stake also? Okay. Kind of similar to Dracula.
Kind of similar to vampires?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Remedies, connections to revenants. How about
I think they're like super strong.
Werewolf. Oh, it just heard you say weaknesses. That is scary.
Wow.
Werewolf weaknesses right there. Okay.
Werewolf, bred for
Silver.
their skill in magic.
A werewolf's main weakness is their vulnerability to silver or any object containing silver, as they can be killed or harmed with a variety of silver objects like silver stakes, knives, bullets, axes, letter openers, handcuffs, spoons. If you can kill a werewolf with a silver spoon, you're a bad bastard. Forks, even the mere contact with silver will hurt them.
So just feed them some raw hamburger meat with a silver spoon.
Yeah, no kidding. So we're going to go to Wiki Fandom here. Their strengths. Okay. Powers and abilities. Shapeshifting. Infectious bite. Will get COVID-19 if bitten by a werewolf during a beaver moon. Claws and fangs. Super strength. Come on, you stupid computer. I'm not going to click. Okay. Super senses, super stamina, super speed, invulnerability, regeneration. Doesn't sound like it's too bad to be a werewolf. You just got to keep away from the silver, from quarters and shit.
Judging by the invulnerability, man, this ad must have heard us talking about cockroaches. Terminex.
Oh no, that's the cookies, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get off of that one before it knows where the Wikipedia page knows where I live. So yeah, I don't know. If we had the discussion on what kind of mythical creature would you be, werewolf's starting to look pretty good. Because a vampire, you can't eat human food. I learned that on What We Do in the Shadows that nobody seems to want to watch. That's hilarious. So they can't eat. They only eat blood. They can't eat any human food. It makes them sick. So anyway, I'm just going through the Twitter feed here. People responding to this picture. A strange person with a hat who looks like likes to walk at night. I don't get that one. Oh, start the rapture. Why has this version been so badly photographed for darker hue, but only on Jesus and not the... Okay. These are all... You have to see them. So, yeah. Werewolf sounding pretty good because, I don't know, like, if you're... I can't remember what kind of alien they call Superman, but that's a lot of responsibility. And you got to be really moral and everything because Superman has to be above reproach to be a great superhero. So, yeah.
It's true.
Know. Werewolf might be at the top there, Landon. But that kind of puts everybody in a good mood for this. I'm not even going to talk about the weather. Landon, where can everybody find you on the Twitterverse?
No Twit Landon 44 Werewolf Hunter.
That's where they can find. I'm going to go look up that handle right now and see if there's a werewolf farmer. I'm sure there is.
Werewolf Hunter 69.
There you go. Werewolf Hunter Beaver Moon 69. And you can find me at Trader Brent. It's all over Twitter. And the Global Ag Network is where you can find this podcast and everywhere else podcasts are found. iTunes, Twitter, or not Twitter, but iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, everywhere. We're right above the top 10 list, above Joe Rogan. So check us out there. And we're going to get out of here, out of this heat, out of the dryness, and try to put everybody... get everybody to smile on their face. So until next time, everybody, y'all stay safe, y'all stay cool, and we'll ask you, what side of the line are you on?
The Dryline Farmer Podcast, a member of the Global Ag Network. There's podcasts, and then there's this, the Dryline Farmer Podcast.